Alright, here's some main missions. I think I got that distortion all worked out of this thing.
Come to chat with an
Oh!
old woman,
You are
Do your good
old.
deed for the day.
No.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. Oh, it took years, but I earned my way to the top. I own Chilfaro Farm, you see.
Good
It's a
for you.
successful business, obviously.
My friend Maven and I. Have you met
Life's
Maven?
hard enough with all these men propositioning me.
We
But
know
that
our
bard
place.
is the worst.
Someone
That
give me
bard
trouble?
Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast.
Jesus.
If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though.
But talk to them. Guess you
You've
got a lot of
got
touch
no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single.
That's
They'll
funny.
never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl.
Okay.
Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
I work with my mother, sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often?
Did you know there are some fruits that actually grow better in the cold weather?
Aren't they? I always set some aside for myself when the traders bring them up from the south.
I'm sure you could charge double for those and still sell them all within a week.
You're right. I'll have to remember that.
He's all right.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the Bannered Mare from Hulda. Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day, I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done.
Maybe I can make it.
If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future?
That sounds great.
Yeah, these Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling
Zeke.
their wares.
That's how you pronounce it.
It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them.
Do you trust him?
Matter of fact, I do. They've been fair enough with me, far as I can tell. And a Nord knows a liar when she sees one.
What do you know
About
of
the
the...
same as everyone else. They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful. Farewell.
Fresh fruit and fresh vegetables for sale. Straight from the fields and orchards of Whiterun to your table. Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for sale.
Why does it tell him to leave? Oh, that's probably why. I don't have any other quests going right now, do I? Oh. Huh? Alright. Go to the yard first. Here you go. What the? Ah. Okay, here we go. There we go. Broke mother. Yeah. Oh, it's still not better.
Bits and baubles for sale, all crafted by...
Who's the
I
best
can tell
blacksmith?
you're new around here asking a question like that.
Yes.
My husband Eorland tends the Skyforge up at Jorvaskr, the Companion's Mead Hall. Oh, there's no finer smith in the Nine Halls. You should ask him about his work. It's the only subject that'll get him talking. Well, that and maybe those stuck-up, dung-sniffing battle-borns. Don't even get me started on that lot. Huh, they put on airs like there's something special. Oh, sure, they've got money, but they ain't got a shred of honor between them. Grey Mane. Huh, now that's a name fills you with pride. We've got roots in Whiterun. We've got history. I can tell you're new around here asking a question like that. My husband Eorland tends the Skyforge.
Excuse me for a second.
The companion.
I spend a lot of time at the market
Sell
stall,
swords and armor instead.
Maybe. Well, they wouldn't taste as good as a loaf of fresh baked
Go cast your fancy magic someplace else.
What's the matter? You can't stand the sight of a strong Nord woman?
No, I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's going on here.
I miss the days when the Greymanes and Battlehorns got along. Ever since the war started, we've been at each other's throats.
Trouble?
Long winter. I breathe now in Rome and reclaim this land which is mine. I lose you, Red Legion, for I love you. I love, even as man, great Talos cherished us. You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos.
Why is it up?
Because the so-called Emperor is a coward.
Coward,
That's
huh?
right. I said coward. Oh, yes. He agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it
The white gold concorded.
Well,
See.
I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is a long way from here. And in Skyrim, we will never forsake mighty Talos.
And you worry about getting arrested?
Ah, let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his prophet. His word is upon my lips, his voice in my throat.
Crazy.
Hello, my friend. If you seek knowledge about mighty Talos, you have most certainly come to the right person. In mortal
certain.
life, Talos was a Nord, possessed of unmatched tactical skill, limitless wisdom, and the power to see into men's hearts.
That's
Talos
good powers.
mastered the power of the voice.
The
And
voice.
with it, he united the lands of men into a great empire. In southern lands, he was known by the name Tiber Septim. Here in Skyrim, we honor him by his proper Nord name. So great was his reign in life. When he ascended to the heavens, he was made Lord of the Divines, If you want to know more, I'm sure you can find any number of tomes on the subject.
Sure sounds like it.
There it is, friends. The ugly truth. We are the children of man. Talos
Crazy.
is the true
There's a
God of mass, ascended from flesh to rule the realm of spirit.
Your onslaught has come at last. The season of ending. War.
Here we go. I've discovered it. Finally. After all the wondering and all the searching. Where's my other sword?
Huh?
If you need potions, you should try Arcadia's cauldron.
If my cleaning gets in your way, just say the word and I'll be off.
Okay. You're another maid. That's
Ain't
clean.
nobody hired. Don't you go tracking your dirty boots on my clean floor.
Cool hallway.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
My lord, please. This is no time for rash action. I just
What's the
think
meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm
It's all right,
starting to think...
I want to hear what he has to say.
Cool. See that? Stand your ground, baby. Good sir, I have a crazy message. Facing the right way. Here we go.
What's this about Riverwood being in danger?
There was a dragon there. You know, did you hear about this shit?
Gerda owns the lumber mill, if I'm not mistaken. Pillar of the community.
Yes.
Not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon?
Yeah, I was there,
This
dude.
wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong?
No.
Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute. Especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
it's a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem.
Nice.
There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
What did I just get? Steel armor. Nice. Either way, buddy.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Nice. That sounds like my thing.
Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from?
So what do you
I
learned
of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
That sounds real simple. Oh, do you mean this dragon stone?
Ah, the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl foists on me. You'll have to see the Jarl about that. Maybe his steward Avenici. I'm sure one of them will pay you appropriately. Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors.
Let's see. What do you
student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin.
I believe
I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task.
Jesus, asshole.
If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day. Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. I'll put it simply so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
Yeah, sure.
Arenga, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
Oh, that's cool.